Hey guys, this is Lucas from Better Coding Academy, and in this Git tutorial video, I'm going to be teaching you how to undo stuff. So whether this is undoing a commit or maybe getting rid of something that you didn't want to have, in any case, I'm going to show you all the various ways that you can undo different things inside of Git. So now I've got this file here and I'm on my feature divide branch. But what I want to show you first is inside of source tree here, I've got feature divide, which is over here on this commit, and I've got develop, which is actually one step ahead of feature divide. And that is because we actually have the feature multiply commit here, which has been merged into develop, but it's not actually available on feature divide. So usually this is something which comes up as well, where you kind of want to merge changes from another branch. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that feature divide is up to date with develop. So we're going to do git merge, and without doing fast forward, we're going to just type develop. So once you do that, you see we have our new changes. Specifically, that's that new line here in terms of multiply that gets added in. And if you have a look at the shape here, basically we just moved feature divide forward. It didn't create another branch kind of coming off. And the reason in this case we don't use noFF is because we are merging from the develop branch into feature divide. So when you do this, what actually ends up happening is we don't want to have like too much of a graph there. We just want to move feature divide forward. So using merge without noFF is the right thing to do here. So once you've done that, what we'll do now is let's just push up. And for some reason mine got removed, so I'm going to do a git push -u origin feature divide. So I just want to make sure I push this one to origin, and we can have a look at that here. So if we just go to github.com/your repository, I'm going to go right there. And now if we have a look at feature divide, which we just pushed, you'll notice that we have the merge from 2 days ago, but then we also have, if we go into the commit history, we have the multiply here as well. So we basically just brought it up to date with develop. Both of these are on the latest commit here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add in some extra code. So now remember, we've already done this and we've already pushed our changes which are okay. And now we're going to have a look at putting in some changes which are going to be not okay. So let's just say we did something that we didn't want to do, like we accidentally did like 10 divided by 0 or something like that. This one will show infinity, but we didn't mean to add that. We meant to add something else, yada yada, whatever it was. And let's just imagine that after you added this line, you made a mistake, or maybe let's just say we had a new file here, or we deleted the file, or something happened, and you want to revert the changes back. You want to delete your whole commit. So if you want to delete the whole commit, what you do is you do git status first. Make sure you know here the things that have been changed. Once you've done that, we're going to do git add dot, which will add everything into our staging here, and then we're going to do git reset --hard. Once you do this, be very careful. It will remove all of the changes that you've put into staging. So in this case, because we did git add dot in the root of the repository, that will add every single change that we've made, and we're going to reset all of that to the base state. So that's what we're doing here. Now we've reset it all, and all of our changes there are gone. However, the issue with reset hard is that it actually removes all of the changes that you've made inside of your repository, and it's only really good for resetting it to a previous commit. However, if we only wanted to reset a single file, let's just say we have a different one, index2.js, and we want to say keep this file, please keep me. And we only want to reset this file because let's say we accidentally removed a few lines and say did a spelling error or something like that, and we haven't committed yet. So it's really important to note that at this stage we have not yet committed. If that is the case, then what we can do is go over here, type git status again, and instead of doing git add and git reset, all that kind of stuff, we're just going to do git checkout index.js. So once you do that, you see what happens is all of the changes for index.js come back, but we still have index2.js. And you see over here, we still have index2.js and nothing here has been changed. So let's just git reset, git add dot, add everything, including index2. We're going to reset that, get rid of that file. But basically that's how you do either individual file resets using git checkout, or alternatively, you can use index reset hard to reset the whole thing. Now, also, if you're inside of VS Code, what you can do is, let's say we accidentally deleted a few lines, close the file, you can actually open it, and if any file is modified, you can click this button here, and it will show you the changes that you actually made. So let's just say that we also accidentally renamed this to like num with 2 M's or something like that. Then what would happen is if we click this, you see what happens is it will tell us the changes. So we did that. We also removed these lines. So if you want to reset it, what you can simply do is grab this side of the file and paste it in like so. So now you see over here, we do git status, if I can spell that correctly, and I've got nothing here. So nothing's to commit, everything is clean because I've reset this file and we have no extra files. So now let's just say, for the sake of argument, that we have a new line that we don't really like. 10 divided by 0. I'm not really happy with this one, but we accidentally do git status, git add dot, and we actually commit it. So we committed and divide, this is bad, and we save this. Maybe you also have a spelling mistake here. Maybe your commit is good, but like you put a spelling mistake in your message and you accidentally closed it. Then what you can do is before you push, you can actually do Git Reset Soft, hyphen soft, head, and then tilde sign, so shift and the key above your tab key on most keyboard layouts, and a 1. So what this means is that head tilde 1 basically means go back 1 commit from the current head. So we go back to the previous commit, and if you have a look at Git status here, you notice that we have the changes still inside of staging, so nothing's been like permanently reset, and the code hasn't changed, but now we've gotten rid of that commit. So by rolling back that commit, we can actually get rid of the changes that we don't want. So you notice here, now I've got that one line, I don't really want this line, so I can say get rid of it, or change it to something more reasonable, like 10 divided by 5, and then once you do that, we type node index, make sure it works, and then git status, we've got our changes, git add dot, git status again, git commit, and then we can type in our proper commit, added another divide log. So now if you save this and close it, and we have a look at git log here, you notice that the last commit we did was added another divide log. There's nothing in here about the bad because we actually got rid of that. And now if we do a git push and we have a look inside of GitHub, once that pushes, we have a look at feature divide and we look at the past commits. You see we have added another divide log and we don't have anything here about the bad commit because we did git reset like that, which basically got rid of it. So that's what we can do if you haven't actually pushed the commit yet. But what if you actually did a commit and it was bad and you pushed? Well, the first thing to point out is that this solution I'm going to recommend here is really a last-ditch solution. The general idea is if you've pushed to a repository, especially one that is public, someone else could already have pulled and have access to your now buggy code. So then the best thing to do would actually be to add another commit on top of that to fix your commit. But let's just say that for some reason you wanted to roll back an external commit. So how would you do that? Well, let's just have a look here. Let's just say we accidentally do the same mistake again. This time we're going to do 0 divided by 0 by accident. And then we're going to do git status, and then we do git add dot, git commit, and we do whoopsie. So this is a bad commit. We save that, close this, but this time we actually accidentally push. So like I said before, the actual best solution here is not to panic. It's okay to have this in your history, but you just need to make sure that you get rid of the line and then revert your code. But in some circumstances, I can think of an example, like let's just say we accidentally commit a password, or we commit something which does not belong on the repository for security reasons or whatever it might be, and you want to actually remove that commit, and you're relatively sure that no one else has pulled or gotten your sensitive information. Well, then in that situation, this is what you need to do. So now, just once again to repeat myself one more time, this is only a last-ditch resort if you have committed something that you don't want other people to see you committing or like seeing you have done. So what we're going to do here, for example, here we can do Git Reset Soft again. So we're just going to do Git Reset hyphen soft head 1. If you do this, what will happen is it will take you back 1 commit, but still keep your changes. And then you see we have our changes still here. So now we can have a look at what we've added. And let's say we don't want to add this line. We want to get rid of it. So now let's do git status again. And you see our code. If we do git add dot and we do git status again, we have actually no changes, but we are actually quote unquote like 1 commit behind basically. So now what we're going to do is our local code is different to the remote code because our local feature divide branch and origin feature divide have a difference of 1 commit. So this 1 commit difference is because origin still has our faulty commit and we want to get rid of that. So what we need to do is git push -f, and we're going to type origin feature divide. So -f here means force, and we're basically forcing the origin to get rid of that extra commit and to be up to date to our local. So now once we do that, if we go over here, we have a look on feature divide, you see we have no evidence of that commit. So I'm going to show this one more time, just because I'll make sure we get it right. Let's say we accidentally put in our password here. Let's say my password is hackerman, like that, of the 3 here, or something like that, and I accidentally commit my password, git add dot git commit, and we do a password, whoops, or something like that, and we close, we do git push, and let's just first make sure that we can see that this one is actually on GitHub. So once you do this and we go over here, we refresh, you notice that we have a password commit, and this one has our changes. So we have that extra password bit, which should not be there. So what do we do? Well, we can do 2 things here. One way is use Git Reset Soft, which I've shown just then, and Git Reset Soft will keep your changes but remove the commit. However, we can also do Git Reset Hard. So Git Reset hard head 1 like that will actually revert the commit and get rid of the changes. So this is kind of like if you are going to get rid of every change you've made anyways, you might as well use Git Reset Hard, and then we can do Git Push -f, I think you don't even need to specify origin feature divide because it should automatically figure that out because we've done the -u before. So if you do git push -f, which is also -- force, and we refresh here, you now see that commit is gone. So that is how you reset a commit that you've already pushed. So in this video, we've covered 3 things. One of them is if you have made local changes and you just want to revert them, what you do is either git reset -hard. Alternatively, if you just want to revert a single file, like say whoops here, if we want to revert that, we just do git checkout index.js. The other situation is if you made a commit that you don't want to make and you want to revert it or maybe change the commit message or something like that, you just do git reset soft. If you want to revert a commit that you've already made and already pushed, the best way is just to write another commit to basically fix those mistakes. But if you push something that you don't want to have any trace of on the online repo and you're sure that someone else hasn't pulled and you won't cause any further issues, the best thing to do is revert your commit using either git reset soft or git reset hard and then do git push -f. So I hope that this video has been helpful. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe and follow along for more videos yet to come. This has been Lucas from Better Coding Academy, and see you guys later.